Tēnā tātou katoa, good evening. After devastating parts of the country, Cyclone Gabrielle is now playing havoc with attempts to rein in the cost of living crisis. The Reserve Bank is tipping more price rises for food and items that will need to be replaced, like used cars and furniture. It came as it raised the official cash rate by another 50 basis points, an especially painful blow for mortgage holders whose homes were damaged in the storms. Here's political editor Jenna Lynch.
This is the way into Matthew Wilson's house, across a stream.
The driveway collapsed.
His access gone.
Property that we can't get in or out of.
He's taken his whole family to his dad's place, but there's still the mortgage payments for a house he can't live in. And today, the Reserve Bank governor whacking another 50 basis points on the official cash rate.
I think it's doubling sort of thing, the payments on that. And then obviously I'm facing hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of damage that I need to somehow pay for that because insurance is telling me that that they're not going to be covering the replacement for that. So I don't know how I'm going to deal with it, to be honest.
But Adrian Orr says his rate increase has already been priced into mortgage rates by the banks, and laying the smackdown, he says banks aren't playing ball on savings.
What we are calling out across the banks is they have been very quick to increase their mortgage lending rates, but deposit rates have lagged behind and bank margins are holding up.
The increase to combat the cost of living crisis, the cyclone compounding it. Food prices are predicted to keep rising, along with any goods that need replacing because of flood damage.
Used cars, I guess, would be an obvious example. Appliances that have been in water and subsequently destroyed. Furniture, furnishings, carpet, that sort of stuff. We're expecting to see price hikes in that over the coming weeks and months.
Warning companies now is not the time to try and make a quick buck.
Do not use near-term price spikes as an excuse for putting up the price of everything everywhere. That would be called profiteering.
It's all a bit grim, everyone looking to the government for help, in particular the budget. The date set today, May the 18th. In our latest Newshub Read research poll, we asked whether the government should offer financial support to help homeowners pay their mortgage, and Kiwis were split. 47.8% said no, while 38.8% said yes. The rest weren't sure.
We will continue to support New Zealanders with the pressure that's on the cost of living. One of those pressures is what they pay for their housing, be that as renters or be that as homeowners. So we're acutely aware of that. We've said it will be a priority in the budget, and it will be.
But the other major priority, cyclone cleanup and how to pay for it.
With respect to the flood, our view is that we should be borrowing that money.
Or says no, that's inflationary. He'd prefer
reprioritisation of current spending and revenue raising through other alternatives makes the job of monetary policy easier.
A flood tax not off the table.
We haven't ruled things out because we're still assessing the full extent of what we're doing.
The opposition allergic to it.
Why won't he rule out introducing a new tax?
There are people whose homes, whose businesses have been completely devastated. We owe it to them to consider carefully both how much this is going to cost and how we pay for it.
A huge question to answer before his May budget.
Well, Jenna joins us now. Kia ora, Jenna. So why is the government not making a call on a cyclone tax?
To be fair, they just have absolutely no idea how much this is going to cost, but they do need to make a call reasonably quickly. Chris Hipkins, as a matter of course, has decided that he's not going to engage in rule-in, rule-out questions. Risky political strategy because it leaves open questions which have the potential to either raise expectations or possibly worse, raise anxieties about something that may simply never happen. As expected, the opposition has launched into its tried and true blue tax attacks, and if the government isn't seriously considering a cyclone levy, then they're taking an unnecessary political hit in the meantime. But Orr's advice is clear: unless anyone wants more central bank intervention, either spend less or tax more. Don't simply go reaching for that debt lever like the Nats are suggesting.
Political editor Jenna Lynch, tēnā koe.